Okay, everybody. Thought I'd get another backyard update for you. A lot has gone on, not so much with the cabana, but believe it or not, the landscaping. We're going to show that to you in a bit. I'm just starting here though because got some nice sound of summer going. Just the second floor is going right now. The first floor is not running at the moment. But that's nice to hear. Okay, so the first thing that they started on the cabana here was they put that stone ledge on, as you can see. Of course, another thing I don't like is the fact that, sorry for the shadow, they put the stone ledge all the way to the side here. My mom actually doesn't like this either. So they're saying maybe they can cut it here and just take this piece off. And you guys already know I'm not a fan of this stone wall as it is, but I already made my points on that, so I'm not going to go over them again. And yeah, same thing here. They should really take this off. Not a huge fan of that. One other change I made to the cabana was... you see the light bulb in there? That looks like an incandescent bulb, but it's actually not. It's actually a classic glass bulb by the EcoSmart brand, and the air conditioner just turned off. It's basically, it looks just like an incandescent bulb. It's a frosted glass, and let me tell you, for outside lighting, this light is awesome. It's very bright. I got the bright white. It's 60 watt equivalent. I think 800 lumens last time I checked, and really just for a 60 watt equivalent, it's really bright, which is great. For inside lighting, it might be a little dim, but for outside lighting, it's very good. It'll get lots of lighting here, and I did it on all two sides of the cabana. And also did some on the outside lights over there. So let's see. You got the stone ledge there. Yeah, let's go inside. Not too many changes here, but I can show you some things that were done. All right. Not as messy in here, and you can see the fans running, so that's doing well. One thing my dad and I did was we got this shelving up here now, as you can see, out by the door. And you guys may recognize some of these things. But before I get to that, what's really nice is, since all the beams are exposed, you can just put them right on. You know exactly where they're going to go. Very easy. Yes, I am aware that there's a space behind the shelf here, but really I'm not concerned because most of the things are too large to fall down and gives it a little bit of space. I'm okay with it, so it's a done deal. So yeah, you may remember this was the coffee machine in the Long Island house. We brought this with us, and you may remember that from there, the Krups brand. And here's a blender, nice mechanical control. This blender we got, I believe, a year after the pool opened. So I'm going to say 1997 is when we got this. And what's awesome is glass container. Awesome. You don't see that today. And here's some chemicals here for the hot tub. No, you're not going to recognize any of this. There's a couple of treatments. There's a shock for it. Let me look at that again. Sorry, that was kind of fast. A clarifier if it's cloudy. Some hardness adjuster, alkalinity up, and the deluxe pool test kit. These are great. I love these things. And for the hot tub, we got 1-inch chlorine tabs, aside from instead of the 3-inch ones that a regular pool gets. And here's like a little measuring cup for stuff that we have to use. Let me see if I can show you the. All right, here, let me do this. Excuse the weird camera angle there. Just trying to get this open. There we go. Yep, you can see that these chlorine tablets are smaller because, a hot tub is much smaller than a pool, so you don't need the 3-inch ones. And these are fantastic. I'm really glad that we have slow dissolving things again. There we go. And I think that's about everything on here. So yeah, sometime in the summers we'll get these things going, definitely. And yeah, just it was so easy to put the shelf on. It really was. I'm glad it's up now. And of course, I do support on every beam. I don't go every other beam because that'll just create bowing areas, and I hate when that happens. So no, thank you. And actually, yeah, this butter dish I think we got in 1990 when we moved into the Long Island house. So yeah, we've had this for a long time. So we're still using that. And over here, nothing yet, but what is it? Yeah, we're gonna put shelving in here, as I had mentioned. It's gonna be a longer shelf and also stick out more. Let's put more stuff on here. I don't know what as of yet, but we'll figure it out. And one thing I did put over here was a thermometer with a hydrometer. And I thought, why not? It'd be kind of cool to see what the temperature is in here. Now, as you know, the temperature is currently about, looks like 86 degrees, 85 degrees. Can you see that? Okay. And I did set the thermostat to 95 for the fan, but as you know, it's going to be a lot warmer up there than it is down here. So, I mean, it's above 80 degrees in here, which is really warm, so I'm glad the fan's going. And there's the hydrometer right there. It's about 40, we'll say 45% humidity. It's just a cool thing to have, you know. I figured this is the best spot for it because it's not by the window where the sun's coming in. It's not by any windows. It's probably the best spot we could have for it, so it's good. And yeah, you already know about the breaker panel. I told you the fan's going. And all right, so let's head outside. And if you guys notice, this is still covered because of the hose. Wow, okay, the sink faucet and everything. But you can see the granite is now fully in place. The grill is all set. The stove is set down. And there's actually a lot more room here than I thought there was going to be. I'm very happy to see that. So, yeah, this just looks fantastic. Oh, yeah, that stone ledge is down now. That wasn't down last time. They did a really good job with that. And yeah, this granite looks fantastic. Just this granite right now is very dusty and it has a lot of pollen. You can even see it on here on the stove, so it's very dirty at the moment, so I don't want to touch it. And yeah, that came out very, very good. And also the same here. You can see there's no more supporting platform here. And that looks all nice. Came out great. So, and some of you guys may remember the post I made about the refrigerator. Somehow the guys turned the refrigerator on when the doors are open like this, and it ran for probably a day or 2 days at most. And when I opened the freezer, it was just full of frost. But I turned it back off and got some hospital rags, everything. You can see nice and clean once again, all dry like it never happened. So, but still, I'm just like, oh, come on, guys, the circuit breakers are labeled. But whatever. All taken care of. Refrigerator's off again for now. Freezer's all dry, so don't have to worry about that. Let's see. Yeah, one of the tables is more in its set place, as you can see. That's probably where we're going to keep it. It's really a good spot for it. It's really opened up a lot of space by the fire pit and everything. And let's see. We've got the fire pit, and then oh yeah, the water feature they also did a little bit more work on. Let me show that to you. They got the bin in place now. They moved some of the things around. There's the outlet for the pump. It's been plumbed now. You can see the pipe with the valve. And that little lip right there, let me zoom in on that. It's kind of hard to see. That's where the water's going to come out. It's going to be like a sheet of water, and it's going to go down into that pit. Now, that pit's going to be like stoned over, so it's not going to have any, you're not going to see water hitting water. You're going to see water hitting rocks, and that's where it goes into for the stuff. And yes, let's have a look here quickly. Notice how the field of weeds in the back is now disappearing because we now have the landscaping work going on. And just take a look at all that. So we'll get to that in a little bit. Oh yes, the fire pit is now all done. You can see the granite's all uncovered. We got the lid on, and there's the control. You can take a look at that if you want. Has a pilot light. I hope that's not going to be a problem, but we'll see how that goes out. But it's not connected at the moment, so we're going to leave that alone for now. Yes, and there's the machinery that they're doing for all the landscaping. But first things first, let me show you guys the hot tub. It's been a while since you've seen the inside of that. And also, I want to show you that we have remember those two floating chlorinators that the Long Island House pool has? This has a small one for itself. So let me just get this half of the cover off. Ugh, there we go. Oh yeah, there's a little floater right there. And I love these things. It currently has 4 of those small tablets in it, and these things are fantastic. They put the chlorine in the water slowly, don't overdo it, and yeah, the hot tub really looks great. So very glad this survived the winter too, because we had a cold winter. Let me tell you. Oh, especially on Martin Luther King Day. I think it was 5 degrees during the day, and it was like negative wind chill. So that came out good. So yes, let's have a look at this landscaping now. This is the major feature of this. There's the machinery that the guys are using, and that's some serious stuff. Those things really move the rocks. We'll go down to there in a little bit, but yeah, that thing is some serious business. Let me tell you. I think it's like the force is like 30,000 pounds or something. That thing has no trouble moving those rocks. Now we'll go up here just to show you the areas. Yeah, you can see here that they've made a stone wall because they've leveled off the ground a little bit. And here's like the part they haven't done yet, the field of weeds that's remaining. They've done all the way down to there. That area I know is going to be just a little bit lower because that's right by the septic tank, and you can't have too much stuff on top of it. So it should still look fine and everything, but this just looks great. We'll walk over to there in a minute. But yeah, this is really something else. It's really great to see this change up like this. Even just having just the dirt, it's better than having this field of weeds all the time. You know what I'm saying? So that's the part they haven't done yet. They'll eventually get to that, but kind of show you the transition period, if you will. Let's go over here. So what I recently learned actually was This lot next door that's still vacant, you know, there's no house there yet. All these rocks that you see right here, these actually came from this lot when they were digging up for the foundation. Or so when they were building the foundation, all these rocks came from it, okay? So these were ours the entire time. And they've been using these things to, you know, move over there to make the retaining wall, which I'll show you in a bit. But here's that machine I showed you. I mean, look at the size of this thing. My God. Just to give you a little bit of a scale here. Here's my index finger, okay? And just like, imagine the size of this thing. That is a powerful machine. The hydraulics, everything. Oh, that is awesome. And yeah, look at all this rock. All this rock came from our lot. We didn't have to. My parents didn't have to buy this. Nothing. This all came from the lot. So, I mean, just wow. So much rock is involved. And the dirt they've been using to bring over to the landscaping areas is all here. Basically, what they did was what are they called? Developers, contractors? Well, you know, one of those things. They own this lot right now because there's no house on it at the moment. And they asked them, it's like, listen, we have a lot of dirt for this future landscaping. Can you put it here? And they were very, very good about it. They're like, yeah, sure, you can put the dirt here, but like, you know, just know if someone buys a lot, you got to take it off. But that didn't happen, thankfully. So you can see the track of where this is all starting. Yeah, but here's the field of weeds and how it's becoming more flat now. Nice to see this change. So let's walk down there now. Yeah, let's see, that was for the big rocks, that machine was for the small rocks, and that machine was to bring the dirt. So, worked very well. Yeah, this will be a longer video. Hope it's worth it for you guys. Yeah, I mean, I really have nothing to compare this land with how it used to be, but, you know, it's not as sloped as it once was, so that's the best. You have to take my word for it. Let's have a look over here by the retaining wall. Oh, this dirt's all dry, so it's going in my sandals, but oh well. Yeah, like this area used to be a lot lower. You see the difference? You can even see a shadow. Ooh, excuse me, you can see a shadow there. So yeah, you can see how this, how they really built this up. We'll go down there too in a minute. There's one of the drain pipes. And let's see, I guess we'll go down here. I don't know what that's from. We never had any sprinkler system here, so I don't know what that's doing there. But whatever. Yeah, you can see here's the remaining field of weeds, and here's where they've worked. So you can kind of see how it's coming along. And let's see. Yeah, so they were down here today, as you can see, building more of this up. I think there's a way for me to get down there. I'll have to take a look. Oh yeah, wow. Yeah, you can see how built up it is. I mean, look at the shadow. And look, we can go down there actually. I can show you how it looks along here. But yeah, there's the line. There's where they really built it up over here. And check this out. So like I said, this is still going to be hilly, but like nowhere near as much as it used to be. It's going to be much more leveled off, which is fantastic. And those two stakes you see right there, I think. I'm trying to see if let me see if I can zoom in. Give me a second. Yeah, those two stakes you see right there, that's where the that's where the lids are for the septic tank. So we have those marked off. But yeah, this just looks great how they built it up like this. And like I said, even though this is just dirt, it's so much better than a field of weeds. I mean, I know I keep saying that. I'm sorry, but really, it's fantastic. So this area will all get done eventually. Let me see if I can. It's got to be a safe way to get down here. Okay. Yeah, the tire track is probably the safest part because that's where the dirt's really packed down. Yeah, here's more of the rocks. That's a clean out for part of the septic, I think. Yeah, let's just walk along here and you can really see see the difference now. As to how high this is, let's see. I'm 6'1", so I'm gonna say about 3 feet. That's a rough estimate as to how much they brought it up with all these rocks. Like I said, all these rocks came from the lot when they dug up for the foundation. So, you know, this really came in handy. But yeah, you can see all the stuff over here. Got a ton of stuff over here. Really, guys, you can't throw out your own water bottles. You know, it's amazing. So maybe I'll take care of that later. But really, I mean, come on. Does it take that much effort to bring it to your car at least? I guess so. But yeah, check this out. Look at that now. Now you can really see it. All right. I'll walk along here. Another one. Lovely. Just lovely. You see, why is there a sprinkler pipe here? That's weird. We never had any sprinklers here. Whatever. Kind of here, too. Yeah, wow, look at this. Look how much they built this up. You see that? This used to go down really far, as you can tell. So, that's fantastic. And they got a... Yeah, we'll just walk along here. Why not? It's a little bit slopey here, but not too bad. This is great. We're just walking along, guys. And I'm trying not to... You know what? I should walk on the more solid ground here. There we go. That's much better. Shouldn't walk on that dirt when it's loose like that. But yeah, from here, look how much is built up. Just wow. This is probably the longest backyard update I've given you guys. And yep, and there's the drain pipe right there that I pointed out earlier. So let's walk along here more. We get more leveled with it, as you can see, as we head up this way. Not as high now. Now, let me see if I can get up here. Be a little bit more stable. Ugh. There we go. Okay. So, yeah, you can see the landscaping work really taking place so far. Where are we at? Just about 16:45? Okay. I'll hurry this along. I don't want to take 20 minutes of your time. But, yeah, you got the basic idea, how it's being all built up there. This is going to look great when it's all done. Definitely. Okay, and over here, yet another thing that they could have avoided, but this is not the landscapers. This is something else now. That's from an old sprinkler system, but that had no underground pipes. It was pulsating ones with the hose. Over here, they plumbed in the water feature, but once again, this was all stuccoed, but because they didn't plumb it in first, they had to rip this out to run the pipe through. So they got to do this over. I mean, really, come on, guys. It's crazy. And, yeah, you saw that area. Oh, yeah, they stuccoed this now, this remaining part of the cabana that I showed last time. Yeah, that looks much nicer now. Definitely more finished. Really coming out good. And they did the same thing over here. This was all just bare concrete, if you remember last time. Pre-stucco, if you want to call it that. And yes, they did some, you can see they uncovered some drain pipes there, but they'll replumb those. They also did some landscaping here, as you can see, where they dug up all along the edges, up towards the driveway, because I mentioned about that before. Yeah, you can see where they really dug up here, and they got rid of some old tree stumps from some trees we took down. And I think both of these are running now, actually. Hey, there you go. Sounds of summer. And we do have a little bit of a setback here, though, unfortunately, because these stumps are on a stone ledge that the guy just discovered today. So he with that 30,000-pound machine, he couldn't rip these things out. So they're going to have to come here and grind them down, and then they can just put stuff over it. And then that'll be everything. Okay, guys. Well, that's everything for you. That was one long update, I know, but lots of stuff to show you, as you can see. And really, the major stuff for the patio is done. The cabana is mostly done. And now comes that big part, the landscaping. So I may still have a couple of cabana update videos for you in the future, but a lot of them are going to be focusing on this now, as you can see. This is already looking good, and I can't wait for when it's done. So there you have it, guys. Thank you very much for watching, and take care.